On certain chickens, and sometimes it's hard to take it out, but if you keep this fat in, it'll give you lots of flavor. So that's the reason I left the fat in for some flavors in the end, so you won't have the chicken all dry, it'll be more moist. So in this chicken I'll be adding some hot sliced peppers. So I took some out from the jar already and I minced them slightly. You're welcome to add some sweet pepper as well, but because we like it a little bit spicy, I'm only adding the hot peppers. Also into the chicken, I'm adding 10 tablespoons of olive oil. Here I have one large onion, chopped up small pieces, and the juice is squeezed out. Also, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Along with 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Now, in this plate, I have 8 cloves of garlic, nicely finely minced and chopped. 2 tablespoons of cumin seeds. You can use cumin powder as well, whichever is convenient for you. I only have cumin seeds. I am adding some red chili powder to spice it up a little bit more. In my family, to like a little bit of spicy flavor. 1 teaspoon of the black pepper and 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Again, salt can be based on your taste and how much you prefer, and same with the chili powder is optional if you like to add it or not, depending on how spicy you would like your food. So we have put off all the ingredients in the sizzling pan, in the non-stick, or brush it on the marination while cooking it. You can use the same oil if for later on I'm going to have tomatoes, some onions, some long chili peppers, and some potatoes and garlic grilled. So I'll probably use the same oil for them, maybe. So that's the chicken marination. I'm going to strain wrap it and put it in the fridge overnight. There you see, it's all wrapped up. We're going to put it in the fridge overnight, and I'm going to be cooking this for dinner tomorrow, which will be around same 7 o'clock. And I'll show you how we're going to cook our meal tomorrow. Okay, so today I have taken out the marination and I have put it in the skewers. So you can see that I have put the meat pretty close to each other because there were small pieces. And I ended up making 6 skewers. After, also I'm going to add some garnishing vegetables. I'll show you how we're going to roast this a little bit and cook it with our chicken. But first we'll try to cook the chicken a little bit first, and then we'll add the vegetables with the chicken later to get some flavors in. Okay, so we'll put this on a side for now. We'll bring the chicken closer. So here I am, since it's winter, we're not doing barbecue, but I do have this large skillet. So this will cover all the skewers properly, and it will cook nicely and evenly instead of having a small pan. And then I also place this here for any oil dripping or any fat dripping. And because we had added some olive oil in the beginning, so I don't need to add that much oil right now, and it also has the fat. So let's bring it back up here, and I will make sure that I put one of the parts here. So for this recipe, it will smoke a little bit, so it will be best to keep your fan on. I'm not putting on my fan right now because you won't be able to hear me as much. And if you have to open a door, you might have to open a door, but because it's a sizzling chicken recipe, that's why the smoke is coming, and the olive oil and the peppers that we added. was that if you don't have the cayenne, sweet, or hot peppers, you can also add the cayenne, sweet, and hot pepper powder. So that will be something similar too. So as you can see, it's sizzling. I'm going to let it cook on one side a little bit, and then I'll turn it. But before placing the other side, I will probably add the vegetables. So let it cook for a little bit. So I don't know if you can really hear me properly, but I have turned on my fan, and I've also opened the door a little bit to get the smoke out. But it looks like they look delicious, and I can see the fat and the olive oil. We'll use the same oil that will be left over for the vegetables as well. As you can see, on one side it's being done. Hold on, let me turn on the fan. It's being done very nicely. You see this brownish color? That's what we're looking for. And my oil is just dripping here. It's not going on the stove or anything. So which one works out very well. Once I see here it's also browning. And the way we were going to know if the chicken is ready is I'll show you. You grab a fork and you just try to go through your chicken pieces. And if it comes out like this, that means your see it's almost halfway on this actually piece is ready. And also if you notice, when I turn my skewers with just one hand, you won't get anything. So you must use both hands to turn the skewers properly and get that evenly cooked. So as you can see, the chicken has been cooked almost halfway. I've noticed that there's still some chicken that needs to be cooked properly within the chicken skewer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce my heat a little bit on low heat. I am going to take my vegetables. First I'll take the green cayenne peppers, they're spicy, and place them on the floor like that. Just spread it around. And I'm going to put my chicken skewers on top. So since I have 6, I'm going to try to use 2 skewers per veggie. Okay, just get this evenly spread it out. This way, the flavors will go in the veggies nicely and evenly. Okay. Now on the next veggie, I'll put some onions. You're welcome to put more onions, but in my family, they're not a big fan of onions. So I'll take all the onions. This way we can grill it and also get that flavor in to the veggies, because I didn't really season the vegetables. The same way, I'll take 1 and 2 skewers. Okay, now I will place my tomatoes, skin part down. I've used 2 tomatoes. Again, my family doesn't really. I just let it go like that, and then slowly as it cooks, the tomato will come down. So remember, the heat has to be on low. So I just have some leftover onions so it doesn't burn much. Okay. It looks very colorful, and we will see it in a few minutes again. You can see the veggies are ready. I'm going to take out the chilies first and the onion and slowly the tomatoes. So here it is, the final product. As you can see, the tomatoes were roasted and the onions and the peppers. This is how the chicken looks. You can use this recipe as well for like chicken shawarma if you like. So the pieces you can eat with your naan or your pita bread or anything that you have. And you can have the leftovers as a shawarma the next day maybe, right? So I hope you liked my channel, my recipe. Please let me know how it was. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my recipe. And I'll try to come up with a new recipe and share with you guys. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.